Alright, what is going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about HEX and asking the question, is this it? Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I'm asking the question, is this the rally that takes us out of this range that we've been, I guess, stuck in? Not really, but oscillating between since about, September 5th or so. You could argue September 4th. But more or less for a little over a month, right? A month and some change, month and a few days. We've been consolidating between about 36 cents and about, 46 to 48, depending on whether you choose candle bodies. So yeah, about 46 to 48 cents. So about 36 to 48 cents or so is our range, as we clearly know. People have drawn all sorts of triangles, flat top triangles, wedges and whatnot, but I've contended those sorts of formations are much easier to have fake outs within or have them be invalidated quite easily. It's getting pretty hot in here, so I'm gonna take this off. But hope you guys enjoyed that sort of different, fun little intro. Yeah, things getting way too hot. But yeah, we like to keep things not too serious here. But the reason I bring up these moving averages is because so much nicer without that on. The reason I like to bring up these moving averages is because we've looked at them plenty of time. Now, if we get rid of these real quick, these are the ones that we've looked at more often than the other ones that I just got rid of. And this is because, and this isn't anything new, right? If you guys have watched the last 2-3 videos, nothing really new. And I dropped a message, actually, a voice message in t.me/LookIntoHex earlier today, just explaining how I'm not going to make videos just for the sake of making videos. And here, let's turn that brightness down. And so not much has changed, right? And I guess it's kind of not a contradiction, but this isn't a video for the sake of making a video, because I actually think this could be the rally that actually takes us out of this range. But for the most part, I've just made a few videos in this range because not much has happened. And so the things you hear here will be repeated potentially if you've been watching for a while, and that is this 20-day MA, 21-day EMA ribbon that I like to look at. Why? Well, ever since big payday, beneath it has been have been great buying opportunities, right? And we've done these little circles and shown you multiple times that it's the case. Now, just kind of highlight the fact that these would have even been great short just flips, even if you're not a long-term holder and you just want to sell on a double, for example. Well, it's happened many a time. And for example, here, if you'd accumulated here, well, you could have sold on a double within literally about, depending on which one, right? Let's say this one, you could have sold on a double within like a month or so. And here, if you had bought in this range, end of April, well, guess what? By end of May, you would have been selling on not a double, but a quadruple, and so on. So even if you're not a long-term holder and you're just a short-term trader mentality type, which I don't recommend, right? I don't, what's the word? Condone that sort of behavior, but hey, you'll do what you want at the end of the day. I'm just sharing my opinions here. But hey, look at this. Look at this. We have another region where we've gone beneath this 20-day MA, 21-day EMA ribbon, and we have pointed candles beneath it, and you know what that generally means. It means it's go time. So is it time? Is it go time? The title of this video is going to be something like that. If we look at our 50-day, 55-day MA EMA ribbon, it gives a similar story in the sense that one, price is beneath it, great buying opportunity, but it also historically has been a nice sort of bottoming region to say we don't actually even have to go beneath it. Like over here, this wick down, both of these regions actually were circled with our previous analysis, but with this analysis, looking at this ribbon, we wouldn't necessarily circle them, but they were still a sort of bottoming region. Similar to over here, we actually had a nice wick down to it, and so on. And you see that oftentimes the actual bottom, right, touches these. Ever since April, I guess you can argue that this bottoming region touched this ribbon, came back up, and we wicked down over here. Again, we were close back here. Over here, perfect touch with this candle and these wicks of the actual bottoming region. The reason I bring this up is because if we zoom in where we are now, well, clearly, we could see maybe maybe one final sort of little flush out, maybe get rejected by the short-term ribbon and go down into this longer-term ribbon. And then maybe potentially we have again that final little flush out and then break out. So is it go time? Is it time? Could be. We've had 3 daily candles in a row. Mind you, today's hasn't necessarily closed, but I like what I see so far. Now this little cross here has caught my eye because this is technically a bearish cross, but since it's a longer term moving average ribbon, this bearish cross only really tells you what you already know, the fact that price action has been trending either sideways or down. And so if you look, for example, when we had our bearish cross over here, we were pretty much within days of the bottom, right? And once we had our bullish cross, green above yellow, it was rally, it was go time. Similar to over here, right? Bearish cross. The bottom wasn't actually in the local bottom for another month. So I guess the argument kind of breaks there. But we'll see this next one. Bearish cross, and then the bottom just a couple weeks later. And then bullish cross, about a couple weeks later, rally. This one's a little iffy for sure, just because it's a longer term ribbon. But let's see what happened over here. It reminds me more so of something like this, where we had our bearish cross. We were kind of reaching our bottom at this point. Again, we had a little rally up into our short-term ribbon like we're having now. One final little flush out of weak hands into this longer moving average ribbon. And we can actually rally before we have our bullish cross. Because again, these are longer term. So if you really actually care about these bearish bullish crosses, you'd honestly probably want to look at shorter term ribbons. So something like this, right? So this just tells me, look, it might be something similar to over here where we had our sort of sideways. Let me show you more specifically. We had our rally, then we had our sideways downtrend, bearish cross, final little reaccumulation around our short-term ribbon, and then it was a blast off. So it just looks really similar to that, where we have our move up, similarly over here, move up, sort of sideways downtrend, and then little bearish cross. We are consolidating near our short-term ribbon, so similar over here. So again, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little short-term dip, consolidation, and then rally, go time. And potentially, at some point within here, we would see a bullish cross of our short-term ribbon moving averages over here, which would simply be purple crossing above blue. And you can see that it's already curving up a little bit. Purple's curving up a little bit, blue is curving down a little bit, meaning these will probably cross in just a few days. And we know that a cross on these short-term moving averages historically has been good. It's been really good. Like, look at the last one we had over here. What did we do? Went up 4x from there. Previous one was over here. What did we do? Went up about 3x. Over here, we went up about almost 2x, right? Over here, bullish cross went up about 4x or so. Bullish cross back here went up about almost 3x, and so on, right? You can see even back here, right? Almost a little 2x rally, and so on. From here, we had also about a 4x rally. So whenever we have these kind of crosses, I find it very bullish. And again, these moving averages are going flat, and we've seen this before, right? This is nothing new, and I could actually show you. Check this out. All right, when they go flat for a bit, bearish cross and then bullish cross, went flat for a bit, bearish cross, bullish cross, flat for a bit, bullish, bearish, flat for a bit, bullish, bearish. And so these 3 regions, if we unhide price, have been good buying opportunities, right? So sometimes it's good to hide price, really just look at your moving averages, get rid of some of the noise, and then plot price back on there, and you see like, oh, this is what's happening. I see. It could be go time. Now look at where we are, right? We had our bearish cross, it's going sideways, and we might potentially very soon, based on the curvature of these and historical precedent, have our cross, right? Potentially within a few days. And then you've seen what happens. We've had anywhere from just below about a 2x to anywhere like a 4 or 5x. And so this coincides with our technical targets of, anywhere from just shy of $1 to potentially up to $2. It looks good to me. Let me know what you think. Does it look good to you? But this could be it, man. This could be go time. We've consolidated for what we usually do, 3 weeks to a month when we see these little bearish cycles. Mind you, to call this a bearish cycle is good because, again, let me get rid of some of these. We've seen falling parallel channels really often, and that's bullish, right? These falling parallel channels, that's a terrible one. But generally speaking, these have been bullish in recent history. And so to see sideways like we've seen, consolidation, not even a falling parallel channel, but flat, something like this over here, super bullish in my opinion. Super bullish. So bull flag technical targets about 90 cents a dollar. If we look at our historical, 2 to 5x from this short-term ribbon cross, we're looking at 80 cents to, again, $1.60, $2. So this could be it. This could be time. And this could be the rally that takes us into multiple dollars. Because remember, guys, back here, we were talking about fractions of a cent when talking about moves. Like, we're at, 1.3, 1.4, like fractions of a cent were what we would talk about. Nowadays, we really only talk in pennies. Like, no one really says, we're at 42.3, 42.7. Like, no, we're talking in pennies now. So just to remind you how quickly we normalize these gains, how quickly our kind of jargon and vocabulary actually changes. We normalize it, right? Potentially soon we might be talking 10-cent moves more often if we start flirting with these dollar regions that we're kind of expecting into the end of the year, right? We expect Q4 to be bullish, and we've said this. The technicals, the quantitative side, the narrative, social metrics all look phenomenal. And so there's no reason for it not to go to $1, $2. In my opinion, not financial advice, no crystal ball back here, as some people have so generously claimed that I have. But I mean, things look good on all levels. I think that's really pretty much everything we want to cover in this video. So I appreciate you watching. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's go time? Is this flag about to break? If so, what do you think our targets are? Are you more conservative and think like the $1 region, or are you more bullish and think $2 region? Or do you think both of those are FUD? And do you think we're going to $5, $10? Like, some people honestly think that we're going to there this year. And hey, I'd be happy to see my regression model break to the upside, right? That would not make me angry. But yeah, guys, go ahead and join the Telegram chat, t.me/LookIntoHex. We're almost at 1,000 members in there. So go ahead, fill it up. Great conversations. And they're always going on. Go ahead and follow on Twitter, twitter.com/LookIntoHex as well as my personal. That page is only following like 7 pages or 7 accounts, so you can find my personal on there as well. Instagram.com/LookIntoHex. You guys are crushing the engagement on there. Subscribe if you haven't. We're almost at 8,500, so we're on our way to 9 and 10K by the end of the year as per our goal. So I appreciate all the support. Again, I know I haven't made a video in a while, and I will try to make more soon, but while prices are just going sideways, there's not much to say. I've already knocked out a lot of the models that we can talk about, and they're on the website, so you can keep up. But yeah, with that said, go ahead and check out the VIP list as well, because we drop videos every Sunday that don't make it to the public channel. So just LookIntoHex.com/VIP. The merch shop where you can get, cool looking Hex hoodies, mugs, and all that. LookIntoHex.shop. I'm done shilling all my links. I do appreciate you guys watching. Thanks again, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.